Hey everyone, it's Dave from NJ Home Spotter. I want to wish everyone a warm, happy holiday season. To all my sellers, buyers, renters, landlords, and tenants, thank you for choosing me and working with me over this past year. It was a great pleasure just getting to know everyone, and thank you for your patience. I know it was a little wild. Average day on the market was 36 days for a home before it was sold. It was crazy. Some two families are going within a few days. So I really do thank you for your patience. Price increase went up 13%. But thank God, everything's adapting now. It's the limit for conforming loans went up to 937,000 until it has to become a jumbo loan. So that's good news. But there's a lot of stuff going on. So next time you're ready, or to my future clients, if you're ready, let me know. I got your back. Contact me at dave@njhomespotter.com. But let's not get into that boring stuff right now. It's the holiday season. Let's have some fun. I want to bring a little essence and some fragrance into everyone's new homes, and share some of my favorite recipes with you around this time of the year. One's a side dish, super convenient to make, pairs with everything. That's why I like making it. It's a braised red cabbage, and it's a super underrated vegetable. Super high in antioxidants, very healthy for you. It's delicious. I make it with some smoky bacon, rosemary, oh look, I'm salivating already, apples, prunes, balsamic vinegar, and it just breaks down that cabbage, soaks everything up, and it's just so good. And it goes with everything. Poultry, pork, fish, whatever it is, it'll go, trust me. After you make it, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then I just love French toast around this time of the year. It's warm, it's gooey, it's crispy. I put a little twist on it. I mash up a banana, season that up. I use challah bread with raisins in it, soaks everything up. The raisin with the banana, I put a little powdered sugar on it, flip it back over so it caramelizes, so you get that little crunch. I make a nice berry compote, and it just all comes together, and it's so good. You can make an apple compote. Some people love putting whipped cream or creme fraiche on their French toast. You could do that. Sometimes I'll put a little peanut butter, almond butter, whatever floats your boat. It's Christmas, it's holiday season, whatever you want to do. But seriously, happy holidays. Stay safe, stay warm, enjoy it this time. I know it can fly by real fast, so just take a step back and soak it all in and just enjoy it. And hopefully I'll reach out to everyone again soon. Happy New Year, everyone. All right, we're gonna start off with slicing our red cabbage in half. Remove that root and that stem. You can slice that stem up. And then we're just gonna give a nice rough chop to our red cabbage. With our apple, we're going to quarter. Remove the core. You want to keep the skin on. This way it doesn't break down completely and turn into mush when we cook our cabbage. And you're just going to dice that into about 1/2-inch cubes. Then take your bacon. And you can add, remove as much as you want, but you're going to stack it up, slice it right down the center. And then we're just going to dice that in about 1/4-inch pieces. Once you get all your cutting done and your prep done, gather all your ingredients. Get your pan on the stove and start to preheat that on medium to medium high heat. Add about a tablespoon of olive oil. You don't need much. This is so we don't have our bacon stick to the pan. And you're just going to render all that delicious smoky flavor, fat from the bacon. Once it starts to turn color, add fresh rosemary. And that rosemary is just going to infuse that bacon fat with all the goodness. So you're going to end up with this just delicious rosemary, smoky, delicious cooking oil fat for your red cabbage. So your rosemary and the bacon are going to start to brown both together, and they're going to become the same color, just like that. And you're going to remove the bacon and rosemary. This way you don't overcook the bacon and dry it out. So, and we're going to save that for the garnish. And then we're going to add our red cabbage into that infused bacon fat. And let that start to cook. Add our apples. Put in a handful of prunes. Now the prunes are bite-sized here, but if they're a little bigger when you buy them, just give them a nice rough chop. Give it a little toss. Just get the cabbage starting to cook. Once you start to see it sweat right here after a couple minutes, you're going to add your balsamic vinegar. We're going to do about 5 to 7 ounces to start with, and let it start to cook with the red cabbage and your fruits. We're going to add a little bit more, about 2 to 3 ounces. You want it just to, coat the bottom of the pan, but just to be enough there for everything to absorb. And don't worry, it's going to all cook off. All that balsamic will cook off, cook down. So you're going to braise it on medium heat for about 25 minutes. Maybe a little higher if you need. Depends on your stove. But just make sure it's not burning and nothing burns to the bottom of the pan. It's always better to go lower and longer. We're going to give it a nice little toss. Oh, you can see it's so good. Nice texture. Everything's cooked, but not too soft. Still got a little bite, al dente. You're going to squeeze a nice fresh orange or clementine into it. Kind of slow down the cooking. Cool it off. Bring some more balance to the dish. And then we're going to drop a little knob of butter in there. Fold that in. Just bring all those flavors together. Make it nice and velvety. A little pinch of salt and pepper. Just a pinch. Remember, you can always add, but you can never remove. So just a little bit. Final toss. You can see it's soaked up all the juices. Then we're going to plate. And you're going to top it off with that delicious bacon and rosemary that we removed before. Hopefully you didn't eat it all. I know I was snacking on it. It's so good. And then we're gonna give it the final touch with some fennel seed. And that's that last pop that we want. And again, it'll pair with everything. I hope you really enjoy it. Okay, so we're going to take a ripe banana. You want a nice, soft, overripe banana. Mash it all the way down. You really want to make it as silky smooth as possible. This way it just macerates and combines with your French toast. And it's nice and silky smooth. We're going to add a little allspice, ground nutmeg, cinnamon. Going to mix that up. Add some vanilla extract. Everyone's got their preference too, so I don't want to give you the exact measurements. I like to taste, and just always slowly add and build your flavor up. This way you make it exactly the way you want it. So in this case, I'm going to add a little bit more of everything. I want a little bit more stronger. And remember, you're gonna the milk and the egg is gonna also dilute the flavor a little bit. So you want that to be a strong, bold flavor. Then add the milk, mix that up a little bit. Then our egg. I add the egg last, this way I don't overbeat the egg. You don't want it to be overworked and too tough. We're going to mix that well. And then here's our challah bread with raisins. I like the nice big pieces. Do about a 1/2 inch. I like thick French toast. Oh, look at that buttery. Oh, so good. I usually pass this part off to someone else so my hands don't get too dirty. If you got the kitties, they love doing this. So it depends on the thickness, depends on the type of bread you have, on how long you're going to soak it and dip it in there for. Just turn the stove on. I have a flat top. Made sure I get that to medium heat. Get a nice slab of butter on there. Let the butter melt down and get our French toast on there. Oh, a little selfie time. This is how excited I am. I'm excited. It was all for me. That's why I was so excited. So once you get a nice golden brown to the French toast, you're going to add some confection sugar. A little powdered sugar on the top. And then you're going to flip that over and let that powdered sugar caramelize. And it's going to add just perfect crunch and texture to the French toast. You're going to love it. Nice little trick. While that's going, you can start your berry compote. Like I said, you can use apples, you can use whatever fruit you want. But you're going to add some sugar to a hot pan, and you'll see that it starts to turn into like this caramel, and you can see it break down. You want to act fast. Make sure your butter's next to you. You might have to play with the heat a little bit. You don't want it to overcook and crystallize. So you want to add the butter at the right time. And just make sure it starts to cook, breaks down. The sugar will dissolve. You want to add lemon or orange. Some kind of citrus acid. This way prevents the sugar from caramelizing or crystallizing rather. And it's okay if you get a couple crystallized pieces, just remove them. So we're going to let that berry compote chill, and you can store it in the refrigerator. It'll last a couple days. You can use it for other things, some ice cream, whatever you'd like. Okay, now we're going to plate our French toast. You're going to use our favorite maple syrup, whatever you like. I like to warm mine up a little bit. And then just top it off with your delicious compote. And then, like I said, you can use whipped cream, or you can use creme fraiche, or even more powdered sugar. Whoever's got that sweet tooth. I think it's got enough sweetness, so I just like it as is. So happy holidays, everyone. Happy New Year. Enjoy.